New Zealand's Treaty Principles Bill, a controversial shift in Maori rights. In New Zealand, a storm is brewing in the heart of its political and cultural landscape. The Treaty Principles Bill, a proposed piece of legislation, has ignited a fierce debate. At its core, this bill challenges the foundational principles of the Treaty of Waitangi, an agreement signed in 1840 between Maori chiefs and the British Crown. But what does it mean for the future of Maori rights? And why is it dividing the nation? The Treaty of Waitangi is a cornerstone of New Zealand's national identity, shaping the relationship between Maori, the indigenous people of Aotearoa, and the New Zealand government. Signed in 1840, the treaty promised Maori protection of their land, language, and culture in exchange for their recognition of British sovereignty. However, as the years passed, differing interpretations of the treaty's principles have led to conflict and legal disputes. Fast forward to 2024. The Treaty Principles Bill, proposed by the ACT New Zealand Party, seeks to reinterpret some of these foundational principles. According to its critics, this bill represents a direct challenge to the treaty's legacy, reducing the significance of Maori rights and autonomy in favor of government control. Supporters of the bill argue that it aims to simplify the interpretation of the treaty in the context of modern New Zealand, making it easier to apply in policy. However, for many Maori activists, this is seen as a betrayal of their rights. Maori leaders have been outspoken in their opposition. Large protests, like the Hikoi, have called for the government to reconsider the bill. For many Maori, this bill feels like a step backward in the fight for equity and cultural preservation. For some, this bill challenges the very foundation of the treaty. It's seen as an attempt to diminish Maori authority in how the treaty is interpreted and applied in New Zealand's legal system. In an act of defiance, Hana-Rawhiti Maipi-Clarke, New Zealand's youngest MP, took to Parliament to make a statement. During a heated debate over the bill, she tore up a copy of the controversial legislation and performed a haka, a traditional Maori war dance symbolizing strength and unity. The act was both a protest and a call to attention. Maipi-Clarke's haka in Parliament brought Maori cultural expression to the very seat of political power, moment that stopped Parliament in its tracks and sparked a national conversation. The protest has ignited a firestorm of reactions. Supporters of the bill argue that the legislation is necessary for a more unified, simplified New Zealand. However, many Maori activists and cultural leaders view it as an erasure of their heritage. Internationally, many are watching closely, as New Zealand's approach to indigenous rights is often seen as a model for other countries. But is this bill a sign of progress, or does it represent the marginalization of Maori voices? As the debate over the Treaty Principles Bill rages on, New Zealand finds itself at a crossroads. Will the bill pass its second reading and become law, or will the protests and calls for cultural preservation force the government to rethink its approach? This controversy is about more than just a bill, it's about the future of New Zealand's commitment to its indigenous people. As Maori continue to fight for their rights and recognition, this bill could serve as a litmus test for the country's willingness to honor the promises made in the Treaty of Waitangi. The Treaty Principles Bill is more than a piece of legislation. It is a reflection of New Zealand's ongoing struggle with its colonial past, its present-day politics, and the future it envisions for its indigenous peoples. Where this debate leads will shape the future of New Zealand for generations to come. What are your thoughts on the Treaty Principles Bill and the Haka Protest in Parliament? Drop your comments below and let's continue the conversation. Like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth analyses on global politics and indigenous rights.